Everybody, it's your boy Mac2Cool93 here, and we are live here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We are with the man, the Don of all Dons, Don Furio. How are we doing today, bro?
Good talking to you, my man. Always good. Always good here.
So, I'm going to make sure that we got the audio still going. Make sure everything is crispy.
Yes, sir. On point.
Right, gotta be. Come on. So what you been into today, bro?
Man, I've been doing some lately. My morning routine has been I just been doing fasted cardio, and it's been the worst.
Cool.
Energy levels are so low during this period because I'm on a calorie deficit. Not eating any bread. I'm just trying to get in shape for these next matches coming up.
Yeah, that's the thing that's hard. Like trying to keep yourself in shape and all that, man. Like I remember I was working out and I just decided I was like, I'm gonna cut out certain things. You know, bread was the hardest one. Like if you work out and you don't stick to a diet and then you start cutting stuff out slowly, your body's gonna be like, yo, what are you doing to me?
Yo, on everything, bro. Because especially me, because I'm Italian, we love bread.
Yep.
You know, so
bread and pasta.
It's honestly a nightmare.
But yeah, no. So I'm gonna get my shares going. So if you kind of want to like introduce yourself, tell people where they can find you, all the fun stuff while I get this going, so that way we can get some people in here with you.
Well, I'm Don Furio. I'm also known as the Don of all Dons. You can see me this Saturday night, July 2nd, Firestar Arena. We got a big rumble going down. It's going to be fireworks.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I wish I could be there.
Am I going to see you out there?
Huh?
Am I going to see you out there, or you busy?
No, I think I got to work.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
And then, with everything going on, I'm just like, bro, I really wanted to be there, but hey, I'm gonna be able to watch the clips, I'm gonna get all that fun stuff coming.
Yo, the economy's a mess right now, my man.
Yeah, especially with me not working much, I'm like, bro, this is the worst.
It ain't it, chief.
But yeah, so we got one in Facebook, one here in Twitch. Hope everyone's doing all right. As I said, we are with the Don of all Dons, Don Furio.
Yo.
Let me get this right here. I'm gonna tag you on this post too. If I can find you. There he is.
You said you've been doing this for a few months now, yeah?
Well, I've been streaming since 2018. I just started doing this, the day in the life of, within the last month.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
I had my first guest I had was my bro SG Mechanic, who is a streamer and a cosplay prop maker. My second guest was my buddy Lucky Capricorn, and then my third guest was someone Bobby Wasabi.
Ah.
Yeah.
My arch nemesis, Bobby.
Yeah. They were when I first met Don, it was at Firestar in May. It was him, Bobby, and one other guy.
James Johnson right there, man.
Yeah.
He is an amazing wrestler. That's actually a guy who I started off with in the very beginning of my career, bro. Late 2018, we started training together.
Yeah. And were you training at what is it, Black Label? What's Seth Rollins? Were you at Nightmare or were you with Seth?
So I went to Black and Brave first. That's Seth Rollins Training Academy. That was the first one I went to. I went to Nightmare right after.
Yeah.
So I did those two camps in 1 year, and that was a lot, but it was definitely worth it, man.
Hell yeah.
It was a lot on my body though. I'm not gonna lie, man. I just jumping from camp to camp, but it got me ring ready, man.
Yeah.
Everything aligned the way it was supposed to.
Now that was the one thing I was wanting to do, because it's I was gonna get through Firestar, but then I threw out my knee, kind of gave out on the third training day, and I was like, okay, it's not gonna be too bad. And the doctor was just like, hey, um, it might be a strained band if by Thursday, your knee's still hurting, still giving you issues. You got to see an orthopedic. And then I came.
That's what people don't understand about wrestling, man. Is like they'll watch it, they'll view it from the outside, and they're like, "Oh, it's fake or whatever." But it's a cold game. Like two kids blew their knee out in my Black and Brave camp.
Yeah, and it's like it sucked because I already had and I probably should have tried to find a different knee brace, but I had 2 knee surgeries going into this, and this was like back 10 years ago, and so you got to think going from not doing anything to, going straight into burpees, doing all that stuff. It's like it takes that toll, and if you're not ready for it, like you're gonna get injured. Like me, I got injured day 3. Another kid got messed up his back day 2. Another person did something to his shoulder, I think. And then just recently, my friend Scotty, or my friend Levi, I'm used to his Twitch name, did something to his spleen, I think. And I'm like, bro, like, it's crazy. Like, if you guys, go train for a day, take a couple bumps, and see how you feel. I felt like I got hit by a car, bro. Like, I couldn't even get out of bed.
Well, people don't understand either. It's like your back needs time to callus up to the bumps, bro.
Yeah.
It's not something that is. This is very much not something your body is supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You're not. It's abuse, 100%. It's just controlled violence, bro.
Yeah. And then. So yeah.
And that's the thing. So like, I tried to go into Black and Brave in relatively good shape too. And when we did the conditioning test, when we did Seth's screening, I realized how much I was in for that day, man. I underestimated that thing.
Yeah.
I was blown up.
Oh yeah, no, and that's what they want to do. Like, they want you to get blown up on like day 1, because if you can get through training day 1, then it's the other days where bumps, and then the ring ropes is where a lot more people decide to like all right, maybe this isn't for me.
Exactly, and that's what they want. Like, that's the thing about Black and Brave is people think like you kind of get surprised a little bit because they're gonna try and get you to quit. They want to weed out the people who don't want it.
Oh. Needles, thank you for the resub, bro. Welcome into 2 months of subbing, bro. I appreciate that.
Hey.
So, all right, now that we've got some people in, so as everybody knows, the Don of all Dons, Don Furio. So what got you into pro wrestling, man?
Man, so I was 6 years old, and honestly, my dad, like, he just turned the channel, and my dad was actually a Shawn Michaels fan before he had his first layoff when he broke his back, and he flipped the channel over to a Monday Night Raw. I believe he was facing Cena, and he was like, "Oh, Shawn's still wrestling and everything," and I was captivated since then, bro.
Okay.
It's just something that's always been in my mind, and I was like, yo, like, and like, I was always a fan, but like, I was like sitting back, and I was like, man, I really want to do this. Like, I love this so much. Like, I just want to see, like, I know if I go through my life and I don't give it a real swing, I'm going to regret it,
Yeah. Y'all going to see the other screen, so just bear with me. I forgot to pull up my Twitch, so that way I can see some chats going.
Old Twitch.
Yeah, the old Twitch boy. So we got 6 viewers currently right now. Welcome in, guys.
That's a quality 6 right there.
Yeah, that's a quality. Like, I just want to make sure this is pulled up so that way. Where'd you go? There you go. Okay, cool. So, when did you start training, and when did you debut in pro wrestling?
So I started training in 2018.
Oh, hold up. What was that?
Have you heard of George?
The thing cut out. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said, so I originally started training in like around middle 2018, and that was under George South. Have you've heard of George?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's High Spots.
Okay, High Spots. Okay.
Yeah, in Charlotte. So, and George is one of the best trainers out there. All the love for the man. That's the guy who gave birth to me, and he'll tell you, you know. And so, and then I went from there to Palmetto Wrestling Academy. Ethan Case and Billy Rash. They gave me the tools I needed, honestly, to get through those two camps. Because if I had not gone through their training, I'm convinced I would have not made it through it all.
Heck yeah. Um. So this is one thing that I thought was pretty cool, and I kind of wanted to throw this in. Is like, so what was it like to be able to wrestle for AEW, and did they reach out to you, or did you send them some tape?
So I went through the Nightmare Camp, and QT Marshall and Cody Rhodes are our coaches, along with Luke Sampson, Baron Black. Hit him up. I was like, I'm ready to represent the factory. That's the thing is like you gotta ask for things. That's one thing like I learned in Black and Brave is like my coach Merrick told me, he's like, y'all's generation is like afraid to ask for things. Like if you ask for something and somebody tells you no, you'd still have a million more things than if you hadn't asked at all.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they gave me the go ahead. They thought I was ready, and it was like a dream, dude.
Hell yeah. And you've appeared what? How many? You've appeared what? 3 times?
I was on there. I was on there for Dark, and then I did a Dynamite show where I was security, and I did another Dark.
Okay. So wait, were you in the Wardlow little situation for
I was
security?
actually in Punk's segment, the Punk MJF segment.
Oh, okay. So that was kind of recent.
Yeah, and that was the night Tony bought Ring of Honor, so that whole night was crazy.
I bet. So I guess what would be your biggest inspiration you could give to aspiring pro wrestlers?
I just got to like, don't quit. Like honestly, like you're gonna meet some people in the business, and you might get rubbed the wrong way. It'll take your passion out initially, but if you go back to why you love it, it's just all background noise. That's literally all it is just don't quit. Believe in yourself. If you love it, the possibilities are endless.
And then, so what's been the biggest highlight of your wrestling career so far?
Man, there's a lot. AEW definitely for sure. The Nightmare Factory showcase was something that was really awesome to do. I really liked that match that we had. I had a match with the American Ninja Ryan Dotson. He's a freak athlete.
Yeah, I've seen some of his highlights.
Yeah, dude, he was actually on American Ninja, so definitely an athlete.
Heck yeah, bro.
Yeah, and I actually just had a match with Chase Emery. That was one of my favorite matches. Just it had to do with everything, the crowd, just the match itself. There's a bunch of elements that go into like your favorite matches and everything.
Okay. So then, if you could wrestle any past, present, or future stars across any promotion, who would it be?
Dang, bro, that's hard. Whew. Okay, so past, present.
Who is the past? I'm sorry. The my headset keeps like flickering in and out.
Oh, that's all good, bro. I said past would be Sean for sure. He's my favorite of all time. Present would have to be Seth Rollins because my coach, Seth and Cody Rhodes.
Ooh.
And you said future?
Yeah.
Future. Dang, that's a tough one, man. You mean like people who are in training right now?
Or people who's in training, people you've trained with that are like, considered up and coming, this next generation of stars, I guess you would say.
Man, I want to wrestle. I have to say Cody Chun. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he wrestles in Defy.
Okay.
I've always so we had some training matches, but I always wanted to do a match with him live just because the chemistry is really good,
Yeah. And that's another thing. Like, if you don't have, what's going on, Lucky Cap? How we doing, bro? If you're just tuning in, got the man here, Don Furio. Lucky is a buddy of mine that he was actually on the show too. He was my second guest, so he has the distinct history of being the second interviewed person.
Lucky Ali.
No, Lucky Capricorn. He's from
Oh,
out in Florida. Man, I wish I could get Lucky Ali on here,
that's another
cause
one too. Luck. Luck is the guy
yeah.
who I started off with at High Spots. He's a George kid.
Oh my lord, like just watching him in DPW and like some of his other stuff, that kid can go.
Oh, he's a superstar, man. He was
Like
just on AEW.
yeah, he's been on there a couple times that I've because I know he wrestled in a tag match, right? Or was it a triple threat?
I think recently he just had a singles. I think he had a singles with Dante Martin. It was a
Yeah.
banger too. Man, both of them can wrestle.
Oh yeah, especially because like Dante's like what just now in his 20s.
Man, and the stuff he's doing, dude. You see
Yeah,
the way he flies all around that ring.
yeah. Like before I lost my Hulu Live and was able to watch it, just that kid like some of the stuff that he's doing, I'm just like, he's gonna be around for a while.
Yeah, I'd love to get in there with him too. There's so many people, man. Like there's so many great talents on the scene right now, dude. It's honestly a great, you know.
Yeah. So I guess who would be your dream opponent?
Probably Kobe, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
A lot of people, think it's like if you're going up against someone of this current generation that's going on right now, Seth and Roman are like the two biggest names that you would probably hear, just because of what they're doing. Seth just reinvented his character yet again. Roman's doing the tribal chief. It's like those two are hitting on all cylinders.
on all cylinders, man. It's like both of them are in the primes of their career right now, and they're just hitting their stride.
Yeah, and all three of the former Shield members are back on top of the wrestling world. You got Roman being the unified champion. You got Seth just coming in, breaking backs and doing what he does, and then Moxley is the interim.
Man, it's probably my favorite version of him right now. I like when he was like burning down Seth Rollins. When
Yeah.
he was facing Brock at Mania.
Oh
But
yeah.
I've always loved him as a heel, man.
Yeah, he does his best work. Like when he broke away from the Shield, I was like, okay, I don't think he's gonna be the one to win the world title first. But first, of the three Shield members, became the first world champion. I'm just like, oh yeah, he's about to go on a tear.
And honestly, bro, the best thing for me to see right now, or like just that's been going on lately, has been Seth and Cody, because I just got trained by both.
Oh
It's like that. That's to me, that's the best angle that's happened recently.
yeah, and then Cody coming in wrestling that third match with his pec.
Heck,
Bro.
he's tough. I mean, like when we were in camp, we got to go to a Dynamite show, and that was the night he went through the flaming table.
Oh
He has a pain threshold, man.
yeah.
He's the last of a dying breed, honestly.
Yeah, because it's like what I didn't know is like he tore it that Monday when him and Seth were brawling it out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he was working out on Friday. Now, mind you, the pay-per-view was Sunday. So he tore it completely the rest of the way off on that Friday when he was working out. So which
Yeah.
means
He was working out at the factory too.
yeah, he was working out for 2 days leading into that. And then Sunday comes in and we find out Sunday afternoon that he's hurt going into it, and everybody's like, oh, it's probably just a work, he's probably not. And then like you just see the red up above his chest, and you're like, oh, so he did something, and then just takes off and it's just purple, and I'm like, dude, like.
Yeah.
And I think that match went on for like what, 10 minutes.
That's the thing too, is like not only did he have a torn pec, but that match was a banger, dog.
Yeah,
That match was off the cuff, bro.
like went through a table, just.
Yeah. Like he was doing all kinds of stuff with a torn pec, and and it's a testament to how good Seth is as
Yeah.
well. You know what I mean?
And people like kind of came down on Seth, was like, how are you going to let someone who's injured go over on you? It's like, well, clearly that's what the spot was. It's like, and if they wanted Cody to still go over, like that's Seth is all about business. Like if they want him to go over, he's going over on on whoever.
The best thing for me was when he takes off the coat and Seth just gives that maniacal laugh
Yeah,
that he
like,
does, It's just storytelling at its best.
and Seth's been around for since ROH days when like him, Brian Danielson, I think CM Punk was in WWE at that point, but like they were holding it down in ROH. Like,
Uh, yeah, dude, like and it's cool that, Tony Khan owns all the tapes now and everything too. So, and Punk seems to be pretty happy about that.
yeah, I mean, Punk. Like when Punk came back to the AEW, nobody expected the run to be like. Don't get me wrong, I don't agree with them putting the strap on Punk. It's like I get it. Punk's a name, just like they put Jericho as the first ever world champion. But it's like it's one of them things where it's like, why, why does Punk need the strap at that point? Like he's
Yeah,
established. He should. He even said he was coming over to help put over the young guys, and it's like 8 months
yeah.
later he's
I think
champion.
that I think that was always their plan though, bringing him in because like I think Tony, like he's one of the he's probably I think he's the biggest draw in the company. I think it's between I don't know who is it. It's between I think it's either Jericho or him.
I'd say there's three. It's between Jericho, him, or the Bucks. Because
Yeah,
even though the Bucks are heel, they're probably like one of their big draws.
exactly. So people. I know Tony likes the stats for sure. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
And you got to be marketable. You got to bring money into the company.
yeah.
You know?
And I mean, I'm gonna say this like people's like, oh, AEW is gonna flounder within the next couple. I'm like, it's 3 years later. Like they're still around. They're still bringing in the big names. I mean, they
Yeah,
might be ex WWE guys, but they're ex WWE guys who they didn't really utilize to where they could have been.
yeah, man. Besides, like it's like everybody's worked for a company before,
Yeah,
and WWE's been around. It's just forever. It's global,
yeah.
and WWE is not going anywhere. And I don't think AEW is either
No,
anytime soon at
I
all.
mean clearly neither is Impact.
No, no.
They
That
just
was really cool. They had AJ the other night. He did
yeah.
a little thing for him.
Yeah, and then some of the AEW guys doing the thing for Cena for his 20th. Like
Oh, awesome.
it's crazy to think that Cena was in WWE around the same time that Impact was with that TNA and NWA TNA started.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Yo,
that's
that's wild.
crazy to think.
Because I
And
remember, I remember when they were TNA Impact, and I was just a kid watching it.
yeah, like I think I was in middle school when I found like when AJ Styles and Samoa Joe were like at the height of their like career in TNA.
Yeah, dude. Yo, that was my favorite feud back then.
Yeah, especially when they first started feuding over that X Division title.
I think
Oh,
you're around the same age as me. How old are you?
I'm 29.
You're 20. Oh, okay, I'm 23. So
Yeah,
I was like in elementary school
yeah,
or
you were
something.
like six, probably,
Yeah,
just getting into kindergarten.
probably.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, um, but so where do you see your wrestling career being in 5 years?
Man, I think the possibilities are endless, dude. Like, when I was in these camps, like I didn't think like when I was in Black and Brave in July or like you know Nightmare Factory in October, I didn't think that I'd be on AEW in February. You
Yeah,
know, so like you never know what can happen for you or what the timeline is. Besides, dreams don't have deadlines. I'm only 23 years old. I want to have a long career, and I want to have longevity. I've had no serious injuries yet.
better knock on wood.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of them things where like anything. Uh oh, what happened? Hold up, that was weird.
Yo, yo,
Hold up, hold up. There we go. Give it 1 second. Let me call you back real quick. One
yeah, bro.
second. All right. What the fuck? That's weird.
Eh,
All right. It was more so. Where do you see your wrestling career in 5 years?
Yeah, yeah. So like it's crazy like how time really is relative. So like when things are happening for you, it feels like it's too fast, and when those little lulls happen, it feels like it's forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The main thing for me is I don't want to rush anything. I am still like relatively new in the business, so I definitely want to like have matches as possible, work with as many talents as I can while I can, and any company that wants to sign me, I'm open to it. I'm
Heck,
open to the money basically.
heck yeah, man. So, this is a question that I kind of don't have written down, but I'm kind of gonna go off. What do you think of create your narrative?
Oh yeah, I was just talking with them actually. Yeah, like I think everything they're doing is great. I want to get on there. So I just had a conversation with Fodder. Have you heard of him?
Mm-mm.
Psycho Boy.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, man. He was talking to me about control your narrative, and dude, that guy is a stud. He's doing a lot. Like I like. There's a way you can market yourself as a wrestler that's really smart, and his marketing abilities are off the charts. He's doing a tremendous job in that aspect. There's a bunch of stuff that goes into wrestling that people don't talk about, or you might not think is important in the beginning, but it is.
Ryan, I think you would still get some ads if you're subscribed. I do know that. You're not gonna get like all of them, but like you'll still get like maybe one or two ads here or there. So that might be why. But welcome in, Ryan. Appreciate you for being here.
What's up, Brian?
So we got Lucky Cap in our moderators list. We got Ryanator1 here. We've got
Brian one, I love it.
yeah. Well, his first name is Ryan. Like you get a lot of people that are in here and they throw their names in with it. I'm like, Mac Too Cool has been something that I've used since like PlayStation 3 days.
I see
Like,
some names that just pop me, bro.
but yeah, welcome in everybody. We got Dankin around because it's like you. My actual name isn't Mac, and a lot of people just assume it. I'm like, no, my name is Jed. They're like, well, how did you come up with that name? I'm like, well, when I was in middle school, started, was those crazy little white boys who used to start rapping, was never very good at it. And then in high school, when I started, changing my name, I was real big into Mac Miller. Rest in
Oh,
peace.
man,
Yeah,
dude, that when he died, man, I was so devastated, dude. I
same.
was, man, come on, like of all people.
Yeah. And then it was like it was the one thing that he said he would never do. And then he gets it's sad to say he gets a bad batch of coke and it's like, you never know what's going to be in anything these days and I'm like, that's the one thing I'm glad I never did.
What's crazy too is he called the way he was gonna go, man. Like he was calling it out. And that's the things I love this music, man. It's
Yeah.
like I just listened to him in the gym not too long ago.
Yeah.
I was listening to Ladders up in there.
Oh, that's a good one. My go-to hype song through for him is two songs. Smile Back because of the bass or actually I guess three. Party on Fifth Ave or Frick Park Market.
Yo, you need to listen to What's the Use, man. That's got a little funky bass line in it.
Yeah. And then if you guys are like kind of down in your feels and uh, Self Care is a good one.
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
but no, and like so I kind of started. A lot of people just started calling me Mac. So I'm like, it's sticking. I mean, I don't rap anymore, but like Mac is still kind of stuck with me. So it's like I base they say base yourself around something. My hype song is rap star Polo G. I don't know who Polo G is.
That's what I'm gonna call you now from now on as Mac.
Yeah, I mean it's one of them things. They say build yourself around something that sticks with you. I'm like Mac Too Cool 93. It's my gamer tag on everything. It's on my Facebook for my like page, my Twitch, my Instagram, my Twitter, everything. There's something in there that has Mac in it, and it's like that's who I am at this point. Like,
It's become synonymous with you.
Yeah, and like I was out somewhere and someone called me Mac, and I'm like what? I'm like, and there was like, and then they called me by my first name. I was like, oh, you were talking to me? Oh, what's up? And I'm like, it's still weird hearing people like outside of like streaming and all that call me that. I'm just like, oh, okay, so this is something I got to get used
It's
to.
like when Obi-Wan gets called Obi-Wan for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, it's like he had been going by Ben Kenobi for like 10 years at that point. It's just like, oh, hello there.
Yeah.
So what was it like filming on Heels, man?
Oh, dude, that was a wild experience. That was something that was like, and honestly, it saved me because like everything that's like happening now, where like I'm wrestling consistently, that was all supposed to happen early 2020, but that was the year the world shut down.
Yeah,
So like that pretty much took a year out of everybody's life,
yeah,
prime stuff like that. So I was able to get on that. So I went out and I rolled the dice on myself. I did an audition. I was like, you know what, like I look like a wrestler. That's what they're looking for. So I went in. I ran the ropes, did everything. Coach Glacier was actually the one auditioning me. He was one of my coaches at the
Okay.
factory. Shout out Roy Lloyd. It's my boy. And he auditioned me, and I got the call back. So and working backstage with all of them was something that was like, damn, wow, am I really
Yeah.
here right now?
Man, if y'all haven't seen season 1 of Heels, you need to. Like when I heard Stephen Amell was continuing doing like the wrestling thing, because he had that one off with WWE with him and Adrian Neville,
Yeah.
which is now the Bastard Pack. I was like, okay, he's not bad. And then he started working with the Bucks, Cody, and all them for Bullet Club, and he did All In with that. What was it? A no holds barred match with CD, and
Yeah.
just that match, like it was a banger. He came out with the Vigilante Club, and I'm like, bro, that's if he never wrestles again, just on those couple matches.
It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And no, what better of an opponent to be in there with than CD?
Exactly, like he's been around for damn near almost as long as Jericho.
He's a legend.
Well, so right now it's showing that I'm losing frame rates. I gotta re-plug in my my Ethernet cord into my PC since I moved the rooms around again. I'm in the bigger room. I need to put the Ethernet cord in here, so it's gonna be a little laggy because I gotta see if I think I got like a 50-footer. I gotta see if it'll fit into my to the back of my PC from where the router is.
I got,
Oh, what was that? My bad.
I got,
Hold up, one more time.
I said, I got you, bro.
Yeah. But right now we've got 6 viewers back in again.
Hey.
Thank
Is
you
it the
guys.
same 6 or is it a different 6?
It's a little bit of a different 6. But I appreciate you guys for being here for the 4th episode. Okay, we're on episode 4 of Day in the Life of. We hold up, is my uptime still up though? Uh-oh.
At least we have a variety of people, though.
Yeah, okay, we're still at that 33 mark, so that's all that matters. Because on my Streamlabs part of it, it went out.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, but uptime is still good. That's all that matters. But no,
I can
like
hear you just fine.
yeah. So, what was the audition process like for you for Heels?
Man, so it was literally just so Luke Hawks had posted a thing on Facebook. He's also a great wrestler, and he said that there's tryouts going on. We need background wrestlers basically.
Yeah.
And they had a ring set up in a in a location out in Georgia, and there was a lot of work. Got it. So there's probably like over 100 people out there.
Oh,
So I was
wow.
like, there was a thing in the back of my mind. I was like, okay, this ain't happening. But I was like, you never want to put negative energy out there,
Yeah. Because if you put it out in the atmosphere, it's
Yeah,
So-
man. Like, at the end of the day, you gotta believe in something. You might as well believe in yourself.
Exactly. Ryan, so that is the whole point of me doing a day in the life of. So I started wanting to do it for Twitch guys, people who stream, but then it's like, if I'm going to do podcast and an interview, you want it to be more than just streamers, because it's like I had Bobby Wasabi. He's a guy who's only been wrestling since March. Like
Yeah.
he just started wrestling. So I
And
mean,
man, he's no joke. He's a pro MMA fighter. That's a shoot.
yeah, like for real. Like Bobby is a 3-time. I think he's kickboxing champion. He does what is it, Muay Thai. Like Bobby can freaking go. Like I talk to Bobby almost every other day. Like that's my dude.
He can go, man. And he's got some crap. I wasn't overwhelmed by him, but like,
Hold up. Damn it. Why does this keep doing this? Hold up, y'all. I keep losing my Alright.
yeah, I don't know on that.
I have no idea. I don't know if it's mine or what's going on. Alright. This is starting to irritate me a little bit. Alright.
With that,
Yeah, we back. Hold up. Alright, there we go.
we back.
We back. The thing just keeps switching back and forth. Yeah, I can hear you. It just keeps switching back and forth between my headset. But
We got lose that match. I just got pinned. So anytime he wants to run it back, I'd be more than happy to oblige.
Hell yeah, bro. Check your taskmaster manager. Where's my task manager at? Hold up. Yeah, Needles, I think it's because I don't have my plugged in directly into the Wi-Fi. So
I don't know.
I have no idea, bro. But so yeah, no, Bobby, that boy, and I heard some of his kicks, dude. Like I would not want to take a kick from Bobby.
He lays them in.
Yeah, he does. He's got them Joe Rogan-ass kicks, man.
Yo, Joe kicking, man. That guy is. I think he did.
Oh my god. Hold up. Let me check something. Can you still hear me? This fucking shit, dude. It looks like it's in this. All right. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay. So we're gonna rock without the headset.
Okay.
But yeah,
Or put the headset on and just keep it unplugged. That way it looks more professional.
why would I want you to do my interview? The hell out of here, Ryan. So yeah, no, but
I think Bobby's still I think he's still doing MMA.
oh
too.
yeah, he trains out in Raleigh, I believe, because that's kind of like where he lives. But no, like I've seen some of his like him throwing like punches, like at the heavy bag and stuff.
Yeah, he's got that lean fighter's physique too.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that he is a striker and not more like, because there's a lot of different techniques, but he's definitely a striker. Like he'll stand toe to toe with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All day long. I just wish James would have kicked out so I could sneak that victory.
You sometimes you got to, man. It's like it's and he didn't get that shoulder up.
It's fine. You can't rely on a hippie for anything anyway.
Dude, it's not my fault. My connection. I'm probably gonna put my Ethernet cable back in today, like one way or
People are
another.
going off on you.
Yeah, no, like the last couple of days, because like when I switched my rooms around, I haven't tested to see if the cord's long enough to go from the actual router, but I've got a extender in my room where it's at, so I'm probably gonna do that. So I guess one of the last couple questions I got for you. What was it like training with Cody Rhodes and QT Marshall and Seth Rollins, and what's the difference between their teaching styles?
So, man, there's all different teaching styles for sure. Very, the thing with Seth is just like, he is so passionate about the business and it shows, and it'll come out in frustration sometimes because he just, he's that passionate. You know what I mean? So like the thing with Seth is just like he'll give you so much knowledge, and it's just he'll really teach you about like it's the little things that matter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's the tiny little things that really make all the difference. And Cody teaches that too, and so does QT. But the thing, and they're willing to get in there with you too, and like that's really cool of them considering they're signed for millions of dollars and everything, and they're basically risking their bodies every time they step in there anyway.
Yeah.
Like, man, I was watching this guy when I was a kid, and now I'm in the ring with him. It was like one of those surreal moments,
Yeah.
It's like, where am I at right now?
Well, so Ryan, I don't think Cena's ever trained anybody, like wrestling wise. Like, he doesn't own a school. He's all about, the WWE and like, but I mean, he's probably gone down to like the performance center since he lives in Florida. But no, like, I don't think Cena does a lot of like training people because he's doing the Rock and Batista route and going Hollywood.
What I love about Cena though, is, like wrestling wise, about his style is he likes to call in the ring.
Yeah.
Like so many people now just get caught up with spots and everything. It's like people don't understand how important it is. You got to know how to talk out there to each other.
Yeah, and like that's where a lot of like, and I kind of hate to say it, like you look at some of these other people like Cena, Rock, Stone Cold, during that era, Triple H even sometimes like they're all about they call everything in the ring, and
Yeah.
and then there's the spots that like the producers they want you to do. So like that's why like about to give a little insight onto I'm not keeping kayfabe. Like, hey, match has gone over 12 minutes. You need to start bringing it home. Or it's you would hit me with 10 squats, Needle. What the hell, man? Give me 1 second.
Those are good quality refs, though. The ones who are like letting you know that, like, look, you have this amount of time, you better wrap it up. That's a really professional ref.
Yeah, like it's like, hey, they want you to bring it home, or it's like, hey, they want you to hit this spot. They want you to duck this clothesline and do this. It's like that's what a lot of people don't realize. Even the refs are in there. If like you're calling everything on the spot, it's like they've got their earpiece in, and whoever's sitting in Gorilla, they're like, hey, Vince wants you to do this, this, and this in the next couple spots. So if you don't do those, you're gonna come back from go through Gorilla, and you're gonna get hit with.
It would be a rough day in the office.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, bro. I gotta hit these 10 squats.
Yeah, all right, bro.
All right.
I should get my squats in too, but I just did legs.
All right.
Kind of dead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, there we go.
Yes, sir.
I mean, like I started doing this because it's like I got a couple other channel points where it's like, hydrate, stretch, shit like that, and then it's like, my buddy Luck, he has the 10 push-ups, and I'm like, I kind of like that idea. Like,
That's holding you accountable, dog.
Yeah, especially if you're like doing like a 10-hour stream. It's like, you gotta. Oh, thank you for the hydrate.
Yeah, dude, I still need to hit my run tonight, but it's just like, dang, procrastinating.
It's like it's one of them things where it's like, if you're doing like some people like Ninja, they do like 10 to 12-hour streams just sitting there. It's like, you forget to like, check your posture, stretch, drink water.
Your posture is important, man. You gotta keep that spine straight.
Yup. As I'm sitting.
That was me. I just noticed. I was like, I'm all slouched over right now.
But no, like it's one of them things where it's like if you forget to do it while you're streaming, it's like, hey, I'm gonna set this so you guys can remind me to do this.
But what about you? Who's your favorite wrestler of all time?
So, eh, my favorite wrestler of all time is Stone Cold,
Stone Cold.
hands down.
Man, what? So what? Wait, and who?
Stone Cold, hands down.
Hands down. Okay. Yo, what'd you think of his match with Owens at WrestleMania,
I didn't
man?
get to watch it, man. I got to see like the highlights of it, but like, it
Man,
wasn't bad.
this guy took a suplex on the concrete, bro.
Yeah,
In his 50s. I
yeah,
think he's in his like late 50s
yeah.
too.
And a lot of people don't realize like with how bad Stone Cold's neck is, that's why he retired. Like,
Bruh.
he takes a bump wrong and he's paralyzed, like
Oh,
straight up.
man, that was a long match too. Yo, I can see why he was getting drunk the whole match. He probably didn't feel anything out there. He probably felt it all the next day.
Yeah. And then it's like it's just crazy to think like people that I grew up because like I grew up during like the Attitude Era of wrestling,
Yeah,
and Stone Cold, Rock, Brett, Shawn Michaels, DX, all those guys were I mean not so much Brett because he was slowly transitioning out of the company at that point, but it's like that's the era that I grew up in that got me into wrestling, and then of course the PG era, which was Batista, Brock. Well, actually no, he was the ruthless aggression era, but like that's
Batista was always one of my favorites
oh my
growing up, man.
just fucking jacked.
Yo, this guy, I'm telling you, dog, like his character, people sleep, like, people don't understand, it's like, that's why he's an actor, too. His mic skills were good.
Yeah,
Like, the storytelling that he would do in promos is really, really damn good.
yeah, and a lot of
And
people
especially
shit
the
on
ones with
him.
Ray.
Yeah, oh, especially like when he turned. Like that was the first time since he broke up with Evolution that he was heel.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yo, I was like, dang, when he turned on him and everybody was like, you could hear it. Everybody went silent.
Yeah,
And they started booing him.
yeah. So, Ryan's two favorite wrestlers of all time, Cena and Stone Cold. I mean, you kind of got to have them too. Like, Cena held it down for like 15 years.
Man, it's crazy to me, like, how Cena's 45 now already. It just seems like
Yeah,
time has gone by so fast.
and then he's rocking his prototype physique. Shout out to
Yeah, I think
OVW
he slimmed
days.
down for movies, probably.
Yeah, I mean, but that when he first started wrestling, when he was the prototype, that's the physique that he had.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Man, he stays in shape, too. He
yeah,
doesn't miss a day.
and my honorary picks are Eddie Guerrero and a real controversial pick, Chris Benoit. Hey, like those, R.I.P. to both of them.
Yo, honestly, bro, like I loved Chris Benoit and Eddie. Like I loved Chris's style in the ring.
Yeah,
Obviously, definitely. I think you can separate somebody's body of work from what they've done. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
For sure. So like Eddie's one I've always wanted to see in the ring with Shawn. I was
Yeah.
always sad that we'd never see that.
I feel like the run that Eddie was going on right before he passed, I guarantee you it was going to lead up to that soon because it's like
Yeah.
just their styles together would have worked so amazing.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like Shawn was wrestling at like a prime level even when he got back with
Yeah.
his from his back injury and stuff. You could tell he trimmed down, so
Oh
the
yeah.
weight was easier to carry and stuff like that. And he had a hell of a match with Ray for a tribute match for Eddie.
Yeah. All right, so I got 8 people in here.
Eddie
Before we
broke
go
our
in,
record.
before we go and I hit this last question on you guys for him. Do you guys have any questions you want to ask him? Shit. I mean, we've kind of gotten in a little bit of everything during his 6-year career.
Oh, it's actually coming on 4.
I'm damn.
Yeah. I think it's right at 4 now.
Yeah, I'm dumb. I don't know why I said 6.
Bro, yo, dude, it's felt like 6. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Well, since we kind of dove into his little 4-year career with his little spot in Heels, which, if you guys, like I said, haven't seen Heels, definitely need to check that out.
It's such a good show. I watch it, and I wasn't like, there's certain things in there like as a wrestler, like
You're
I
like,
look
what
at,
the
I think
fuck?
it's kind of hokey, but
Yeah.
like it's a really good show.
I mean, if you think about it, like they're in the backwoods of Georgia. a small little indie promotion.
Yeah, which is great now because like indies are back on the rise, so it's really
Oh
believable.
yeah. Does anybody? Because this next one's probably gonna take us out for the last little bit because we've been on for roughly about 50 minutes.
Dang, it's been that long already.
Yeah, time flies, and that's why like I look at people. It's like when I'm doing this, they're like, "How long is it gonna take?" I was like, "Well, it depends. It could be anywhere from 45 minutes, an hour, hour and a half. Depends on like how you answer the questions."
I could talk wrestling all day long, my man.
Exactly. So who would be your Mount Rushmore of wrestling?
Phew, dang. Ah, that's hard, bro.
But
Okay,
same.
Sean's definitely there. It's gotta
Oh,
go. Sean, Jericho,
ooh.
Styles.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I love AJ. He's definitely in my dream matches too. Rock. Rock's my fourth.
Okay. So
And yeah, let's see. Was that I get four, right?
yeah, it's generally
Oh
about four.
yeah.
So it was Jericho, Rock,
Styles and Sean.
Styles, and Sean. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. So Ryan has a question. What's your favorite WrestleMania match of all time?
That's Shawn and Undertaker at WrestleMania
What?
25.
Okay.
25 was the best one.
That
26 was good, but 25 was a little bit better.
Yeah, because it's like you run something back 2 years in a row. It's like, okay, what can we do this time around that we didn't do the first time?
Dude, well, I guess the original story behind that match, they were only given 15. It's like, how are you going to give Shawn and Taker
Right.
15 minutes? You know what I mean? And you're going to put him like, they weren't even, I think they were like mid card.
Yeah, they were like right. They were like two matches after because they were after Money in the Bank.
Yeah, so I think they were feeling like a little disrespected, and they let it show in that match, because no main event was following that one.
Nah, especially it's like they screwed up when they put Brian, Batista, and Orton after Taker losing the streak. Like, bro, that whole my
Right? Like nobody can believe what happened in front of their very eyes. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? No, the vibe ain't gonna be the same.
Exactly. Like that should have like Taker like even if that wasn't the original thing, that Taker Lesnar match should have ended Mania. My
Yeah,
favorite WrestleMania match, 17 Stone Cold and The Rock. Ooh, that was good.
that was a really good one.
Mm, Probably
Anytime Rock and Stone Cold were in there together, it was great.
yeah. My favorite one, and this is a weird one, is Rock and Hogan
Oh, bro.
because
It's,
it's like think of it this way: Hogan was the heel in that match, and Rock was the face, and they turned. They did the flip midway through that match, and it's like that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like that whole leading up to that, Hogan was getting cheered again by the fans, and Rock was slowly getting booed because he was slowly transitioning into Hollywood.
exactly, man. It was great storytelling too in the
Yeah,
match. And Hogan's a great worker. People can talk about say what they want about him. He knew how to work.
yeah.
So
But it's like where he messed up, and like it's really sad to say that leg drop, like it did a lot of damage on him. Like he's had multiple hip surgeries, he's had multiple back surgeries. Like he used to be six, I think he said like 6'5", and
yeah.
now he's like 6'2".
What you think about it, that's a lot of compression on your spine landing
Yeah,
that way for years of your career.
yeah, like 30, uh, almost 30 odd years.
Yeah, and like I think that's the same thing that's like happened to Randy. I think he came out and said like years of hitting the RKO is taking
Yeah,
its toll on his back, and that's why he's out.
yeah, because he's got to go see a spine surgeon.
Yeah, so like the people who know about wrestling, what I
Oh,
mean, when people call it fake and stuff, is just they've never gone in there and felt it.
yeah.
That's why I respect anybody like yourself who's gone in there and felt it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like a lot of people don't have the guts to even do that.
Yeah, especially because it's like I'm 29. Like I had a chance when I was younger, but it's like I was slowly getting out of watching wrestling because the owner, booker, and promoter kind of, well, the owner and the promoter, because he wasn't the booker, kind of put a foul taste in my mouth for wrestling, because it's like he had that Jim Cornette, kind of
Yeah,
mindset,
yeah.
still kind of racist, homophobic.
There's so many idiots in this, bro.
Yeah,
Like I'm not gonna lie, there's so many people like, and it'll bitter you down if you let it. Like that's why it's important to find the people who are
yeah,
good. Because there's good and bad in all walks of life and stuff.
exactly. And now training with LeBron, like shout out to LeBron, like that man,
He's a
he's
stud.
he's a wrestler's wrestler.
Man,
Not
like he and everything he's done with like the rebranding of Firestar spent money. Like every time like that match that we had at the last one,
yeah,
Future Blaze. Like I love everything about the vibes of Firestar. It has a big fight feel, but
yeah,
with fighting and everything, people like he really takes the production seriously.
exactly. And like he trained Griff. If you guys watch AEW, he's trained Griff Garrison. He
Hmm.
trained Marcus Cross. Yeah, Marcus Cross is his name. Um, he's appeared on AEW.
Yep.
Like the and some of the other people that he's trained like has been up in AEW. Like they clearly see something in his guys to where like they signed Griff Garrison. Like he's been on AEW, Dark Elevation. Like he's
He's out there killing it, man.
yeah. And then he's put on even more size over the last like year and a half.
Yeah, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but like you might see Don and Griff go at it here in August.
Uh oh.
Yeah.
Uh oh.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get in shape right now, man. I can't be
Letting
not
him
coming
outshine you.
correct. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially with a guy like that.
Yeah. Especially with how good he
Looks
is
like
too.
Thor.
Yeah. Like that's the one thing I do got to give it to him. Like he's put into work because it's like even when he was teaming, I mean they still team together, but like Varsity Blondes, like when he was on AEW, they're like, who the fuck is Griff Garrison? Like that
Yeah,
just that kind of was like, oh well, he's not that big of a threat, but it's like that kid can go.
yeah. And
Like
like he has everything. He has all the elements it takes. I haven't heard him talk yet. I don't know if
yeah.
you have, but
I mean,
that's
I've
always
watched
something that you can learn how to do.
yeah, like I've
If
watched
you're
some of Sammy's vlogs. It's not really them talking, but it's like, oh, Malachi Black is. I'm loving what they're doing with the House of Black.
Yeah, me too, man. Me
Oh my,
too.
oh my God, dude! That Forbidden Door match with um, for the All Atlantic Championship, just the amount of mist that he had in his mouth when he hit Miro with it, I was like, holy shit! Like
I'm telling you, man.
just this side of Miro's face, like face and body, was just covered in black mist.
Dude. That's the thing is like Malachi was actually so he came to the factory one night and he gave us he dropped some advice on us, some knowledge. He said, don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah,
Fail your way to success. That's how it goes.
yeah,
Successful people are just people who've failed a lot. You
exactly.
know.
Ryan, so I'm about to tell you how I found out about Tommy or Alistair Black, Malachi Black. I watched his stuff when he was still Tommy End on the Indies. Not a lot of
Yeah.
not a lot of people know who he was before WWE, but when they were doing the UK title tournament, and it was him and Neville wrestled, and I was like, because I knew he had signed, I was like, they're probably gonna change his name, and like he appeared over in the UK pay per view tournament, and they said, and his opponent from Netherlands, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they was like Tommy End, and I'm like, oh, they're letting him use the Tommy End gimmick, and like
I,
I marked out when they introduced him as Tommy End, and then he came into NXT. I'm like, hey, that's Tommy, and there was like Aleister Black. I'm like, fuck.
does Brian Danielson go by the American Dragon now?
Yeah, he goes by the
Yeah,
American
yeah, he's
Dragon.
back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's him, Claudio. Who else is still using? I mean, Samoa Joe. They're still using their Ring of Honor name.
It's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing is like people like people get like they feel like they need to pick sides and stuff, and I get it, like it's kind of like WCW and WWE, but like I enjoy all products of wrestling, man.
Yeah,
Like they're just reaching a different demographic of fans.
exactly.
There's a place for all of it.
Like the thing that I loved, like as a kid, I was pro WWE, well WWF. Like
Yeah,
when they did the Monday Night Wars, like I was WWE through and through. Like that's, and then now after like working in the business when I was like 17 to about 2015, so that was 2011 to, I was about 4.5 5 years roughly. Like I became more of a pro wrestler fan.
yeah.
Like I was still watching Impact slash TNA, WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, some of the like smaller indies. I was also watching Gorilla, stuff like that. And like a lot of people like, oh, you watch those other. I'm like, yeah, I've been watching TNA since like it was their like first couple pay per views.
Yeah, man.
Like
Yeah, I love that Impact is still going too.
yeah, and like people's like Impact's still a thing. It's like yes, Impact's still a thing. Like they've never folded. They've changed where you can watch their stuff, but like they've still been around. They just celebrated 20 years.
And yo, the way I look at it is just like, if there's more companies, that means more opportunities for my friends,
Exactly.
Like I'm never gonna like hate on a company that signs people.
Exactly. Like if they're putting people to work, like why hope that WWE buys them out because they were already there. They WWE.
You know how indies are, man. It sucks sometimes,
Yeah.
with the pay and everything. Like, and we are going out there and we're risking. We can get
Yeah.
hurt, man. We're risking a lot.
Yeah, Big E just recently got dumped on. Well, it wasn't recently, but everybody thought he wouldn't need surgery, and plot twist, he needs surgery because he got dumped on his head so bad that he may not be able to wrestle anymore.
Yeah, dude. And it can happen at any
Yeah,
time. You never know. That's why it's like at this like I wrestle a style that's very safe for the indies right now.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because I don't want to bust myself up on the indies unless the money's good.
exactly.
But
Because some people get a handshake and a hot dog.
yeah, like I'm always gonna give my all. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But like I'm not gonna do these crazy moves that are gonna bust me up to where it's like where I do get my signing and I'm doing my money work, I can't move anymore. Why would I
exactly.
do that? That's just not smart.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't realize this, and I didn't know this. LeBron's my age. He's 29. He walks like he's 40. He's been doing it for like I think like 12 years now.
Yeah, yo, man, like, and that's another opponent I forgot to mention. I want to wrestle him, dude.
Yeah,
I
dude.
really, really want to. I think story wise and
Oh,
stylistically, it come off well.
yeah, because he's kind of a technical brawler,
Yeah,
and then what I can't. What's your style?
I'm kind of a powerhouse, but at the same time, like I move very fast. I'm very hybrid in there. Like I can
Yeah,
move quick. You know what I'm saying? I have kind of a I have a, like I have like an AJ Styles type of
yeah,
style.
yeah. Because your style, I'm like, not a lot of people do the powerhouse, and that's why I'm like, I don't even know what style that would be because it's like LeBron's got the technical aspect of things, but he's also got uh, his striking.
And that's another thing. Shout out to Firestar Pro Wrestling Academy. They're training some of the best pro
Yeah,
wrestlers out there right now. It's a gym full of nothing but sharks. You know what I mean?
Malachi
Every time
Black.
I go there and I train, I get pushed to my max. And that's one thing is I'm gonna get up there. I'm gonna like train with them because every time I go, I come out better
Yeah,
and learning something I didn't know before.
exactly, guys. Look up if you haven't Jay Malachi. He is only
Yes,
18.
the young OG.
He started training when he was like 15.
Yeah, yo, that's the thing is like
Yeah,
I got into this when I'm 19. I'm like, man, these kids are just babies when they started,
yeah.
man.
Like, cause
Like
I
they're
started.
already vets at freaking 18 years old.
Yeah, like I started watching Deadlock Pro Wrestling. Like
Yeah,
that's how found out about Jay Malachi. And then I was looking through like places where I could train, and I saw Firestar, and I saw Jay Malachi. I'm like, oh, like this, and like Jay Malachi, Jackson Drake, Oliver Sawyer, Like those are three guys. You guys, if you haven't, look up. Like those three guys right there. Oliver just wrestled Griff Garrison at the 10-year anniversary. Has been in the ring with Davey Richards. Like,
Yeah, a lot of good names. Yo, you gotta be on the lookout for all of them, man. It's
yeah.
only a matter of time for them.
And of course, Don Furio. Like,
Hey, you got to, man. I'm in the
exactly.
interview. You gotta throw my name in the mix, bro.
Exactly. Like, and it's not just because I've got him in here and I'm not trying to, like, give him the cheap pop. Like, I'm generally, like, I've watched him a couple, like, I watched him at Firestar, that triple threat match, banger. I watched some of his other stuff.
That was a fun one. That was a fun match.
Yeah. I was working camera on that one.
Yeah, dude.
Which apparently,
I thought story-wise it was really good, too.
yeah. And I feel bad because it's like, I hadn't done anything with my, because I was in broadcasting in high school. Like, I was on radio every day for like 3 years straight. I did the intro to radio and broadcasting. So, I had camera work done. I was on our little TV channel. And then the next year I went in and did radio. So I was in radio and TV for all 4 years of my high school. Like, I came out of high school as a certified broadcaster.
Yo, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That props to you, too, because that's a good way to make some money.
Yeah, and, like, I kind of wish I'd have went to school for it, because it's like I could have been where I would have been at now. I've been out of school for 10 years. I probably would have just been breaking into my field.
Dude, yo.
And, but we got another question from Ryan. Who is your dream opponent in WWE if you go?
If I go.
The WWE.
It's currently on the roster. Dang. It's a toss-up between... So, Seth is a little bit younger, so I'm going to throw AJ Styles out there because I know he's on the back end of his career right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many more matches he has left, but he looks to be, like, moving like he's in his prime still. Like, he hasn't lost a step at all, but, like, definitely him, dude. Because I know if I were to get in with somebody like him, it just he'd make me look so good. You know what I mean?
Because he's been doing
it so long, and I just learned so much just by virtue of being in there with him.
Yeah, and then it's like he spent time over in New Japan, so like the American style that he does, he mixed it with his Japanese strong style,
yeah.
And just that for him, because he's always thrown like some striking in there, but he's always been that high flyer. When he went to New Japan and he won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, which people's like, oh, it's the world. No, it's only recently just become the world because they combined the Intercontinental with the heavyweight, and now it's the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship.
That's definitely something I want to like check off the box of wrestling, all the styles. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then you got the New Japan LA dojo.
Yeah, they're making big waves right now.
Yeah, like during that, I guess, Fatal 5-Way.
QT was just on there, actually.
Who?
I think QT was just on there, actually.
Yeah, he's been feuding with the LA dojo.
Yeah.
For the Nightmare Factory.
Turf War.
Yeah. But no, like, that's the one thing that, like, I want to see everybody. Like, I got a friend of mine who I'm going to be bringing on in the next couple months. Bobby DDT. Used to be Bobby Fatana or something like that. Currently with
Control Your Narrative?
Yeah, Control Your Narrative.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
man.
He's one of the prospects.
Yo, is Control Your Narrative, do they like sign people or is it like
it's a company.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it like that's why when they did the Awakening, they went from just doing that to where like they do like sanctioned matches, which is, typical rules, but then they still have the CYN rules, which is no tope suicidas, no super kicks, and no Canadian destroyers.
Dang, I thought they were just a promotion. I didn't know they were signing people.
Yeah, like they've got people, because Adam Shearer's signed with them, EC3 of course, like that's those two are like the head runners for Control Your Narrative.
Yeah, because I hit him up. I was like, yo, like, I'm unsigned and stuff like that. And they were like, they gave me a line for one of their like tryout things. And I was like, man, I was just out in Florida. I can't really like,
Yeah.
you know what that's like, making
Yeah.
trips in this economy right now,
Especially because it's like I travel and work conventions, and like I was supposed to go out to California to work like a big Power Ranger convention, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it just because unfortunately I'm a little behind on rent. Got bills to pay. Like you can't be going out places if you're not
Times are
making
tough
money.
right now,
Yeah,
though. They really are, man. It's on everybody too. Like, who knows what's gonna happen in the next couple of years, really. Like,
yeah.
but I'm glad that there's more companies. Does Game Changer sign people too, or are they just a promotion as well?
I think they're just a promotion.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought too.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say that they're signing people, but I know that Bobby's working exclusively with them. Like he's taken the couple bookings, but like like if you go on his Instagram, he's posting pictures with Adam and EC3. He's doing other stuff.
That's something some a company I want to at least wrestle for. I don't know about a signing. I'd have to like I don't want to say I want to sign with anybody specifically because like you got to actually read over the contracts and make
Yeah.
sure you're good and everything. But NWA is also one I want to get
Oh
on.
yeah,
'Cause it's had a resurgence and everything. They're still doing the old school look, and I think it's awesome.
yeah. I love the old school look. But
It's great.
yeah, I'm not trying to cut you short, bro. I promise you. I'm just checking. Yeah, because it's been about an hour and 12 minutes. Uh, I feel like you've kind of got some things you probably got to do. We started a little bit late.
Yo, it's all good, brother. Yo, it was good talking to you, my
Good
man.
talking to you two. So guys, before you go, is there where can they find you at on the internet? Like, where's
Okay,
some
so
places you want to plug them for?
Instagram at the Don Pro, Twitter at the Don Pro, Facebook Don Furio, all that stuff, man. It's all at the Don Pro.
Yeah, and if you follow my Instagram and Twitter, and that I've tagged him throughout this whole week on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and he's one of the ones to look out for in the next couple, probably the next year. I say, especially if he's showing up on AEW. Like,
Hey, dog, my plan is I'm going to give this next 3 to 6 months my hard focus, and you never know what can happen if you're fully committed, fully focused, and just, like there was a little lull there where it was just like, everything had happened. So, like, sometimes you lose your motivation, but they say if you
exactly.
stay consistent, your motivation will come back. And I really appreciate you for having me, too, bro. I love the conversation, your
Yeah, no
stuff, my
problem, man.
man.
Hey, I try. Like, I want to try and get unfamiliar, like people who's unfamiliar, whether it be Twitch, Facebook gaming, wrestling, whatever it is, because it's like I've not got a big platform, but I've got a platform, and whether it be like right now we've got 5 viewers, whether those 5 viewers liked what they heard from you, they can go out follow you, stuff like that.
Hey,
It's
that's how it all starts, man. Very
exactly.
small. You know what I'm saying? You got to start somewhere.
Exactly, and it's just something that I enjoy doing because it's like I've got the broadcasting background. I try and you know I'm a little rusty, but I still try and bring those two things together and help people get on. Like me and my buddy SG, we're actually about to start a monthly podcast. Like we're working out like name for it, but like it's gonna be something completely different than what I'm doing here.
Yo, you should, bro, because that's a good way to that's a good way to make money, and you
Exactly.
are a good broadcaster. You have the voice for it and everything. You can tell you've done your homework and stuff, man.
Exactly, because it's one of them things where it's like you're bringing someone in. Is like probably not a lot of people would have known he was trained by Cody QT Seth Rollins. Worked on heels. Like it's just things to where like keeping him on his toes. Like you never know what's gonna be asked, and it's like that's the one thing you gotta know what you're doing.
Exactly, bro. And the main thing is just I gotta trust my path, man. There's a lot, I don't think Seth broke until he was like 27 and stuff like that.
Yeah,
There's times where like you want everything to happen at once, but patience is a skill we gotta master.
exactly,
Even though it sucks sometimes.
exactly.
'Cause I'm ready to attract my abundance, man. I want that contract money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But all right, guys, and for anybody who's missed this, I will be posting this on my YouTube with not today, then tomorrow. So that way, if you want to go back and rewatch it, find out where you can find him, and this way, if you want to share this out with your people, even though we had a crash in the Skype, But you know, if you want to, share this out so people can, come watch the interview with you, get a little bit more insight from, who Don Furio is.
Oh,
Uh,
you already know. Yeah, yo, where can I find the footage? Can I just click on the link and it'll be there?
yeah, I'll post it on YouTube. If not tonight, then tomorrow, and then I'll send the link to you.
Yeah, just send me the link, bro, and I'll post it. We'll
I
get it
got you,
out
bro.
there.
But all
All
right,
right,
guys.
man. Stay
Thank y'all
safe
for
now, all right?
you too, man.
All right,
Be
my boy.
easy. All right, guys. So I'm gonna hide that. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I greatly appreciate that. And Ryan, I mean, I'm down to get you on, bro. Always gotta help people get out there. And I mean, we stream together a lot, so why not? But I'm gonna let this go back through because I missed it. Thanks for supporting the stream. Moderators, we had Lucky Cat TV, Needle Noggins, and Ryanator1. We had subscribers and resubs, Needle Noggins. I appreciate you guys. Seeing who we can go ahead and raid. We're gonna raid Mean Mug. That's who we're gonna raid. And so let's go ahead and get this raid in, and thank you guys for being here. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid Mean Mug. If you're subscribed, go ahead and pull out that raid emote.